Good evening, comrades. I've got some good news and some bad. Which one do you want to hear first? Good evening. Dun, 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 dun. We both know this is not a time. Finn, my wife's walking. Oh, fuck. I forgot I had them on. Where the stars are aligning, I'll be there. Yeah, baby, we did it. That's the whole idea. Do you want me father-in-laws? Yeah. I inherited them from my father-in-law. You know, the Wallisa's dad's binoculars. You know. And I got them. I also got a speech caster. I have a couple of antiques in all fairness, Mr. Cyber guy. They're broken. They just need mending in all fairness. Hang on a minute. That's a piece of it. No, they're deadly. They're really old ones, you know. I'd sooner listen and I'll tell you what, you can't beat the old gear, you know. It's like when technology wasn't fucking shit. See these? Hey. They can see into the future. Yeah, I'm Italian, yeah. My name is Marco. Ciao Bella. I'm fucking Arrivederci as well. How about that? Shout out to the lads. You're nearly there. Anyway, good evening. How's everybody doing? We're only here for half an hour. I'd like to shout out to a few people. Shout out to Sean Wayne. Shout out to Conan and a couple of other lads that are helping me. I'd like to shout out to Sean Wayne and Mr. Doc there in the chat. Now, there's an army of us. This has always been about growing a channel.
This moment, tattoo, it was all about us. It was about you and me. It was about us. Do you hear me? It was one of the most beautiful times in my life. Do you hear me? Because I realize that there's so much love. So much love out there. And I'm looking at it. Do you hear me? Are we ready for some?
Anyway, here. I want you to listen to something.
This ain't you, bro. This ain't you.
Okay, alright, so sometimes when I'm struggling with my mental health, I'll bang David Goggins on and I'll just zone out and listen to him. Like the geezer, he's a Navy SEAL, an ex-Navy SEAL, and he's probably one of the most fittest human beings ever to walk the earth. You know, there's no quitting. Listen,
This ain't you.
before I do this, I'd like to shout out to all the people that live in glass houses and throw stones at me. I will land boulders on you. We're here for peace and we're here to grow a channel, but know this, yeah? God sees everything.
Bro, this ain't you. You weren't born like this. You won't die. And if you do die, you won't care. Because you'll be dead. Best case, you win. Worst case, it won't matter. There's no luck in this game, man. It may be luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass. And you put yourself in a lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might fucking happen. And that's what people don't know. If you believe it, if you really believe that you could be something, if you have that little voice in your head saying, hey, you got talent, you can do this, then follow that voice. Fuck your motivation. Fuck your motivation. You need discipline. Because motivation's not there every day. I'm missing motivation most
Discipline,
days.
that's what you need.
Yeah,
Doc, thanks for coming in.
Sometimes like, fuck yeah, today I feel good. I can't wait to get to the gym. But a lot of days, like, gotta get to the gym. And then once I get going, then I
Be
feel
careful
great.
on them
Yeah, I feel great when
motorbikes,
it's
you
over.
crazy
But
man.
it's that beginning part that's hard because your body wants to stay comfortable. Your body will trick you. Like, man, today you should take the day off, Theo. You don't feel good. Theo, what did you get, like 6 hours sleep last night? That's not enough. It's so
Well,
easy to
I
be
appreciate
great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak.
you've noticed it, Jono.
Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks.
I'm the most stupidest Irishman on this circle.
It's easy to give up. Hell yeah. It's the easiest thing
I
in the world
didn't
to
come
do.
for money.
I'm
I
done.
come for
I ain't going.
people,
I ain't
for
gonna keep
bodies,
going. Yeah, I don't feel like going to work.
for
It's
Irishmen,
very easy.
to make a
What's
panda.
hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I
And
could. Nothing happened from that. I'm going to do this.
no fuckers worked harder than this than I have. And I don't charge people. That proves to you that I care about you. Our 52 channels in our circle, every one of them charges your membership by me. And my way works. If I back you, you've more chance of getting a few subs with me for free than you have a cunt that you're paying 80 quid a year to.
Same thing again today, but I'm going to try to go hard.
My way works.
That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were.
Right, come on, we're going for a drive.
Mentally know
Doc,
that you're trying and trying and trying.
get us one of the bikes out of the garage. Come on, we're going off the road.
How bad do you want this? If it's as bad as you want to
I'm with you.
live breathe or sleep, whatever the hell it may
We're
be.
going off road. One day me and you's gonna
A lot of
ride
people,
motorbikes on
most
my
people
park
don't
together, though.
want it that badly. Which is why they always ask the question, man, how did you get to where you are?
Well, I
You
appreciate
know how
that,
to do
mate.
it.
You see, you get some people on here that don't appreciate the effort I put in.
It's
You
time
see,
for Flash.
not even my family understand the effort I put in, but you know, when I'm dead and I'm not here and they're whinging about me, they'll have loads of videos to comfort them. And that's what this has always been about, you know, because like I said, I remember a time where I lit a fire in my house, and that day every photograph we had of my baby sister got burnt that day. So all my life I've had a faceless sister come to me in my dreams on fire with no face because it was on fire. And I said to myself, I'm not going out like that. I want my kids to have more than photographs, so I've covered all bases.
A powerful spray, an effortless wipe, and your sprayed wiped gun. For a sparkling home you'll want to come home to. Reach for new Flash spray
How are you,
wiped
kid?
gun.
I've already proved my way works, you know what I mean, and it's always been mental health reasons, because
exactly how to be you.
there's a community that I can identify with.
Like, I want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push
Neil,
yourself. Come on.
Unless you've gone through addiction, you can talk and talk and talk all you fucking want, yeah? But unless you've been addicted to certain fucking hard drugs, you can say you know, or da-da-da-da-da, but until you fucking know, you know. You know, it's like me saying I understand how my brother Mark feels, because my brother Mark has bipolar, right? I've got complex PTSD. I'm certified psychotic. I have psychosis. And I'll tell you why my mental health deteriorated: because of cocaine. Yeah. Because I wanted to be obliterated to the point where I didn't give a fuck. I just give up on myself. So all I'm doing is giving myself a puncher's chance, and I'm doing that on a daily basis. I even went today to get my teeth ripped out, and they said to me, Jude, we need to do 4 more molds. We need to be precise. The lab are fucked up, or they've not done it like I said, you know. So there's a few things I have to bury me hatchet in, and I want to forget where I'm from now. You know, I'm ready. It's like, all because of the choices I made in life. You know, I had really bad teeth, and my mum, when she was a kid, she got pyorrhea in her gums, and as a teenager she had all of her teeth ripped out of her head, and my mother used to sympathise with me, you know. But I've started to love myself again, and in my entire life I've never fucking loved myself. How can you love yourself if you kill your brother and sister? How? And that's how I looked at it all my life. And you can turn around and say, you know how I feel. No, you fucking don't. It's just that I keep things to myself because you don't want to be a burden to people, you know. I'll sooner go it on my own and take me fucking chances. Like I said, since I've come off the mood stabiliser, a lot of things have come back, and it's given me the confidence to go. I want to shout out to Lee Marvin Hitchman for all his help. You see, there is good guys on our community, you know, and Lee is a diamond, just like Pablo. And Chopper, I miss you. Where are you? Well, Jono, I rang them this morning and he told me it was an extraction. I was like, where do you think we are? Back in Helmand. Sorry. Anyway, forget it, right? So I went in today and he said, before I rang them, I said, hello, excuse me, give them my name, what have you. And I said, can you tell me what's happening today? And he said, we're doing extraction and a few extractions today and So before I went in, I done me live, what have you, and I was proper anxious about it because 7 teeth getting taken out, or 9 teeth, sorry, not 7. Altogether there's 9, like some stumps as well and stuff, you know, and I was afraid to go get them done. You know, it's like, because I didn't believe in myself. I was like, what's the point in getting them done and having trouble with them for the rest of my life? And, you know, but I'll tell you what happened. A grandson happened. A son happened. I'm going to be a granddad again in 2 months, and I want to smile for my grandson. So for me and getting every tooth ripped down my fucking head, I'm doing this for me family. You know, I want to be able to smile in pictures and say, you know what, here, I remember when I was going through my darkest times still, you know, and I know who I can rely on. God sees everything. And I know he sees my progress, you know what I mean? And like I said, look at, sometimes in life, things get messy. But one thing I know for sure, here, look, God is a red. Look, it even says it there. Look, Jesus is in red. Jesus in red. That's a clue, that. You know, get out of the Garden of Gethsemane. How about that one? Jesus in red. I think things could get a bit messy, but like I said, yeah, tide wouldn't take you out. The sea wouldn't wave at you. Shout out to Captain fucking America. Bush. Shout out to Del Boy. Guys, here, Jono, remember us telling you about my old channel? Go over and have a look at it. I might lost. Bro, I must have been 14 going on 15 stone. My face was like a cannonball, you know. But like I said, listen here. I'm a Man United fan. I'm also Joe McDonald from Ballyer. That everyone knows. And you don't need to be a tough guy for everyone to know your fucking name on your old housing estate. You just need to be a noble man. That's it. And the rest, do you remember? But guys, all jokes aside, there's a few people on this community that are growing that channel slowly, right? And once, let's say, right, you're an ex-addict, or let's say you have mental health issues, okay? And me personally, I think having your own YouTube channel, being able to connect with a certain audience, you know, well, I expected to live a certain way, and we're always monitored. You never know who's fucking watching. Whoops. You never know who's watching. You have to be very aware of what you say, you know. Sometimes, like I said, I've got triggers in real life and I can't just switch them off. And my family is a trigger. Me children, me partner. Yeah, I've always been like that, loyal to the core. To the point where someone was burning me feet years ago when I was a teenager and I still didn't tell on anybody. And they were burning me. And I still didn't tell on me mates. Legendary torture. I got tortured in the orchard. First one. And I learned something from it. To get the fuck away from all them crazy people that went on to be cartel members and affiliates and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, Jono, do you know the best thing that happened to me, mate? I believe things in life happen for a reason. I don't believe in coincidence again. And when I come back from England at 19, I come here at 18, but my ex-partner was pregnant on my first son, you know, and she wanted to have him in the rotunda, and then the plan was to go back to Manchester. But bro, that didn't happen, you know. And I ended up making a few choices that led me to Mountjoy prison, bro. Nobody put drugs or a gun in my hand, bro. You know, I made a lot of stupid choices. I wasn't a fucking bad man or anything like that. I had something there if it was needed. You know, it didn't even belong to me, for fuck's sake. And it's like it could have got me into so much trouble. Because what you don't realise is, let's say somebody borrows you something, yeah, and you use that, right? And that's been used in 3 or 4 different incidents. You're getting done for that. Because see, ballistics, you know, the technology now, bro, like, you know, fucking gunshot residue, what they do is they come and they'll tape your hands up, they put gloves around your hands, bro, bags. You know, get nitroglycerin there, a fucking little testing kit, bang it on, bro. If it turns purple, you've been around the firearm. Like, I mean, for the firearm, because when you shoot a gun, allegedly, residue comes off that weapon, like, smoke, and it gets on your clothes, particles and stuff, apparently, according to YouTube. And anyway, I'd like to say this. Somebody got me channel a strike last night. To that individual. Yeah. So, like I said, in that order, Jono, yourself, Finn, Jordan, and Jay. Once you have your 50 subs, you can do your own YouTube. You can open your own channel and speak about your mental health, about your recovery, about your mad, about your dad. And you'll attract a certain audience, and over time you'll end up having your own mods, and you'll grow a good channel, bro, because you have the potential. You see, others just need to believe in you a little bit, just a little bit. What did I tell you? Give me 28 days, bro. And by the end of it, I guarantee you, you'll have your own YouTube channel. I'm only one channel, Jono, and I've asked a few people in the community. Shout out to Sean Wayne for sharing your channel, and shout out to a couple of other channels. Like I said, if everybody was to help everybody on YouTube, it'd be a better place, but people show their true colours, because at the end of the day, I've asked 50 odd creators to cancel their monthly subscription fee just for 1 month and make a video for every paying member of your fucking channel. Because that's what YouTube is missing. Everyone's a greedy cunt. Everyone wants money. But yeah, it's like, look, I could charge people. I don't. I choose not to. So, I'm not here for the money. I think I've proved that by now. Like, I'm on here for good people, because YouTube and our community, we need more Irish channels. We need more mental health channels. We need more recovery channels. We need more channels who they have people on who aren't afraid to cry in front of the world, like me and like Finn. You see Finn getting upset. He's passionate. And Jono and Jay and Jordan will probably do the same on their live one day, because they fit a certain type of criteria. They fucking land in a certain category. You see, I've more in common with people that have addiction issues, mental health issues, than I have with some of the closest people to me. They know fuck all about addiction. They know fuck all about hard times and struggles. Do you understand? When it comes to, everybody's got a choice, but know this, it's like nobody understands the power of certain drugs until they do them. And by doing them and wanting to be like all your fucking mates who think they're tough guys because they sell a bit of this or a bit of fucking that. And it's been proven in Ireland loads of times. Look at all the guys over there that are dead because they wanted to be the man. I was around the men. Do you understand? Proper men. Proper drug money. I'm not talking about no cannabis money. I'm talking about metric ton money. I'm glad I got away from it, because I'll tell you why. My son, sorry, whoa. So some of my friends at home who are super rich, who are super wealthy, according to the Sunday World, because of selling heroin, and then their son wants to grow up and have a guess what they're going to go into. What business are they going to do? They want to be like their daddy, don't they? Fuck that. I'd sooner be dead than let one of my kids end up be a scumbag heroin dealer or sell any type of drug. And here, I'm not being judgmental here. I broke the law many times. This isn't about me. This is about the next generation, your fucking children. You want them to go to college, uni degree. I prayed to God and that was for me. Get up out of that. You see, because I knew my mates would fuck me over again, but my son wouldn't. So I changed my life and I said, fuck you to all me mates. I walked away from a street corner, which is now known as the fucking family cartel. You see, I have levels to this shit. I walked away with me life, mate. And I'm happy with that. Because, you know, many people didn't walk away from it and couldn't walk away from it because it's that cocaine money. Imagine having bulletproof windows. Imagine your mammy having to wear a bulletproof jacket. I have friends that were in that position. Is it really worth it? Huh? If your mommy gets shot or your daddy. Or what about your son or your daughter or your niece or your nephew? That's happened too back home. I know people allegedly that owed money to other people. And next of all, you're reading and seeing it on the news, shots fired in Cherry Orchard through a house that ended up hitting a kid. One of my fucking mate's son. In the neck and in the back. And because of it, the kid can't walk. And that's what happens when you get in that life. You bring shit to your door and it's too late. If the police knock at your door, it's no point being like that. Oh, why didn't I listen? Because believe me, it'll happen. You know, and over there, what happens is, right, a lot of police get information about small-time dealers. And that's how the big ones get away. Because someone sacrificed, you know, and I'll be honest with you, I never wanted my son to be anything like me. Not like that. You know, like my father worked all his life, you know. Like, I remember being a kid, going into a radio station as a kid and not having a fucking clue what was happening. Like, you know, me daddy's earphones in and, you know, we loved on the radio and it's like he had a CB years ago, right? And me mum pondered on him and he went fucking insane, me. You know, years ago, right, there was no internet when I was a boy. When I was a kid, like, my dad had a CB, right, with a big fuck off aerial, yeah, when we lived in Bluebell Flats and someone robbed his aerial. You know, a big fuck off 40-foot aerial, someone nicked it on him and he went fucking berserk. He got it back, but you know what I mean? Fucking hell. You know. But me dad, like I said, man, it's like when I was a kid, like, he used to have fucking loads of bukes. And I used to think, where the fuck is he getting all these bukes from? Oh. Well, hopefully it won't get exterminated for another 100 years. You know, I'd like to see me son one day become a dad, a grandfather, you know. For the sake of me grandkids, I hope you're wrong, bro. But like I said, nowadays, like when I was a kid, the problem is nowadays kids aren't hungry because their parents give them everything. Like, I remember when we were kids, mate, there was no fucking internet. Like, we had a football or a deck of cards or a radio, you know, and that was our entertainment, you know what I mean? Like heads and volleys, and while we were playing football, all the girls, it'd have loads of ropes tied around the lamppost and swinging around each other and playing kick the can and fucking bulldogs charge and, you know, rounders and shit like that. And it's like, it's not the same anymore because children get everything they want nowadays, bro. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you want your kids to be hungry and you want them to be successful, you don't hand them everything. Do you understand? Like, my son had everything he ever asked for, but because I fucked up my education, I was on him. Dad, can I do a sleepover? No, the sleepover's coming here. Okay, it's not happening unless you're at your granny's, with your Uncle Alex, Mark, your Auntie Jenny's. No, you're not doing a sleepover because I know what can happen at sleepovers, unsupervised ones. I was on my son's ass, mate, every fucking time. Education's the way forward. Can I not stay at me mate's house the weekend? No, but if your pals want to stay with you, whatever, me and your mother can't watch you when you're at your ma's. It's not I don't trust you. It's like, do you know what joint enterprise is? Okay, you get kids, sometimes good kids, that go out with naughty kids, and these naughty kids end up fucking stabbing somebody. They all separate. Long story short, the person they stab dies. Then they find out that these 4 good kids that are going to college and they'll end up going to uni, one of them will probably work for NASA, and because one of their mates stabbed the kid in Brixton, they ran because they panicked. But the kid ended up dying. Guilty by association or joint enterprise, whatever you want to call it. But I read of a situation years ago where these 4 kids that were going to college, and one of them was going to the Navy, the other one was destined to work for fucking NASA, and they went out one night with their pals on a Friday night, like a lot of good kids do, and come home, but one of these lads was carrying a fucking knife, and he took it out and fucking stabbed this kid, and he panicked. And what happened was the kid ended up getting off the bus, falling at the bus stop, and fucking bled out. He was stabbed in the heart. You know, like, and all it takes is for one fucking night in 18 years for your son to go out with some good kids, and that to happen. Nah, mate. You want to do a sleepover? What's happening here are your grannies. If you've got a problem with that, I've got a complaints department called. Fuck you. I don't care about your feelings. My job is to keep you alive and to keep you on the right track so you get to university and get out of this shithole. You know, like, we set standards for our children, and like I said recently, I'll hold my hands up sometimes. I'm very passionate, and I love me family, and if I feel like someone's attacking me family, yeah. But okie dokie, I think that'll do, and I'll be back on tomorrow. So I'm going to play a song. I'd like to thank you all for coming in. Can you do me a big favour? If you're not subbed to Jordan's channel, can you do it? If you're not subbed to Mr. Fable's channel, can you do it? If you're not subbed, hang on a minute, give me a second. If you're not subbed to Mr. Kieran, Mr. Duck, Mr. Cyber Guy, Mr. Finn, and everybody over there on that piece of paper. You see, I'm building a team of Irishmen that are going to have their own channel, and they're going to have their own platform, and I'll tell you, I told you so. I seen it and I said it, and I put a team together, and it's my way works.
This ain't you, bro.
Thanks for coming in.
This ain't you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Like you won't die, and if you do die, you won't.
Thanks for coming in, everybody.
Best case, you win. Worst case, it won't matter. There's no luck in this game, man. It may be looking luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass. And you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might fucking happen. And that's what people don't know. If you believe it, if you really believe that you could be something, if you have that little voice in your head saying, hey, you got talent.
There's the team right there. I'll help everybody as much as I can.
Your motivation. Fuck your motivation. You need discipline. Because motivation's not there every day. I'm missing motivation most days. Wow, some days, yeah, sometimes I got motivation. Sometimes I'm like, fuck yeah, today I felt good. I can't wait to get to the gym. But a lot of days.
Motherfuckers, that just died on me. Anyway, listen, thanks everyone for coming in. Well, like I said, I believe.
Some days, yeah.
One sec, yeah. Can I just say this to my Irish comrades at home? I'll understand this, so I don't have to speak another word of cunt English again. Jew McDonald's and I'm dumb. Guramila Mahagut in you come. Chucky Erla, Erin Gobra, Oglan Erin, and shout out to me, Mar and Bugle, see the fuck she's and doing your fucking veil cuteness. Guramila Mahagut. Do you want that in fucking Spanish? Thanks for coming in, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
35 miles of scorching highway in front of you.
That's a wrap.
What do you want to do with your life? A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very, very dangerous man who has that under voluntary control.
You have to have no fear. You have to have no fear. You have to believe in who you are and what you do. And just go get it.
What you need is the one thing I talked in my book, which is straight up, brutal work ethic. You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world.
Somebody out there say working harder than you.
Why be normal when you can be the best? No one can be normal. I want to make the difference. So everything I do, I want to make the difference. Because when I make the difference, I'm the best. And that is not arrogance, that is confidence.
There's human beings
Yeah.
that
Yeah, we'll see you
have
tomorrow.
different temperaments.